Welcome back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Ties of Numenera, episode 84. Last time we did a little more exploring of this the mutant hive area. I learned how to dig through trash and then look through the some of the items we've gotten over time, see what they were. Pretty interesting. Anyway, let's continue. I actually want to go back to the original area because I want to see if they can fix that helmet, see what it does. People that made them. Who knows? Maybe they'll care. Maybe they won't. Hey, I found one of your helmets. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you gonna... No, never mind. Yeah, none of you gonna be useful. Fine, be useless. See if I care. Blah. Continue looking through this area. You know, find something cool.
In this world, then.
In this world, then. Looking. Trash I can look up through there. Can I talk to the Wanderer? You are someone I can talk to. As you approach the bulk, stone fur starts to move and become less of an inanimate object and more of a man. Before you stands a giant figure. That is figure with a beard so thick it seems like a sculpted granite. But then you see the gentle eyes. A changeable wave of peace washes over you. I am happy to see you, Adhain. You speak carefully as though every word is a step upon icy ground. You have been gone too long. The Peacebringer. It would be good to repay my debt to him. He is a good man. Let's be honest. I'm not the man you think I am. Gentle, confused crinkles the mutant's stony brow. Take a sound, making a sound like boulders shifting against one another. It is me, Adhain. He says slowly. Wanderer, perhaps it has been too long. Perhaps you do not remember me. His shoulders sag as you say this. I'm sorry that I made you unhappy. Do not be sorry, he says with a gentle sigh. You must help many people. It was foolish to think that you remember me. It does not matter. I will help him if I can. Why have you returned, Adhain? Can I help you in any way? How are you, Wanderer? Better than before, he says shyly. Better than before we met. When there was sadness in me. Rage and sadness, fed by my many thoughts. But you found the stranger inside me and took it out. He spreads his rocky palms. Since that day, I have felt peace. Sadness at what? Rage at what? It no longer matters. Sighs. It traces the contours of the ground in absent spirals. Should I be talking to Ohm every time he does that? I don't know. Who is the stranger you mentioned? I don't know. I do not know. He said, shaking his head back and forth 4 deliberate times. But it entered my head in the accident. It was heavy like a golden stone. It made my thoughts faster, but sharper. They made me sad. They made me angry. Warmth of his smile rips across his face. But you told me you could help. You took out the device. took away the dangerous thoughts, leaving me calm. Simply joy fills his eyes. You said you had more use for thoughts than I did. What accent? I don't remember. The stranger holds the memories and the pain. The stranger is gone. Gratitude warms his face. You took it. What were the thoughts? They are hard for me to remember now, he says carefully. But it was my voice. You should not have left them. It said, they are gone because of you. It said, you must learn from this, it said. He shifts uneasily, but then I tried to learn from the thoughts. They increased. They shouted. They would not leave me alone. I do not know what they mean. I do not need to know. How did you find peace again? Alright. I don't want you to open them all, because I don't want to sacrifice you. Let's see what he says. One turns up ponderously to stare at the man who stands some distance away from it several long moments. Of course, he says, nodding so forcefully that his head and body sways. Another for you. I'd hide anything. I will join you when you speak to him next. Interesting.
Yes.
Might do that a little later. Young mutant, young mutant, young mutant. The two want to die. No one has ever direct eye come again. Has been missing for days. Interesting information, kid. So this is some sort of wreck, is it? Maybe this is the other side of the ship that crashed. That would make sense. I think. I'm not sure the exact layout of this area, but you know, kind of makes sense.
I'm ready.
Look through this trash pile. Moss and Chin. Okay.
Allow me.
I will enter that later. I want to explore this area completely first.
Ready.
More trash piles. Search through. Money.
Sure.
Go down here first. Can I talk to you? Nope, you're not unimportant. Are you important? No, of course not. Honestly, not going to try to open that. At least not yet.
Now.
Chins and stuff. What is this? Okay.
Yes.
A contract lies motionless and partly just as held here. Spider-like legs displayed about it. More natural. A piece of knowledge clicks into place. This was a creature known as an accelerator. A machine intelligent housed in a mechanical frame. Though they appear fearsome, the creatures are terrified of death and are always seeking new technology to incorporate into themselves in the hope of prolonging their lives. Inspect the construct. They study the remains of the construct, putting the details together. Noticing scattered piles of refuse and burn holes in the back of its armor. The construct was likely cornered here and tried to flee up the mounds of trash rather than fight its tormentors. They attacked it from behind, and it fell either dead or dying. Then you notice something odd. Some of the wounds are partially repaired, as if someone has been visiting the dead construct and haphazardly passing over the burnt holes. Search the construct. Anything useful? Searched a few minutes, but found nothing of value. Scavengers must have long ago picked this construct clean. Absolutely, you may lay your hand upon the metal shield to push yourself away from the wreck, and you feel that faint, intermittent vibration. Reach into the hulk and find the source of vibration you felt. Alright, you're terrible at it. That's why I have you. Wow. Best I can do is 65. No, she can do 80. But do I want to do this? If I don't, I might be able to find who's trying to repair it and see what's up with that. I'm gonna leave it here because my gut says one of these mutants are trying to repair it, and I might find some story stuff from it. But don't loot it. Alright, let's go with this person. Hirja.
I'll remember that.
The striking woman towers over you. Though she seems gaunt and her skin is pale, even with whitish, she still has a healthy glow that shines through a layer of dirt and grime. A flat circle of metal is affixed to her forehead, showing through her long blonde hair. At your approach, she begins to flex and tense, not in fear, but in preparation to fight. Her heavy armor is scarred by energies and battered by blades, but it seems to have retained integrity. The shield of two crossed swords is attached into the breastplate. She glowers. Have you come to beat the poor prisoner? Then be ready to tell your friend about the day Haja bested you. Hirja. Then she says to you more closely. Or have you come to question me? Tell Gurgablu. But my answer is unchanged. He can rot in his soup. She pauses for a moment. I would appreciate an honest soup. The food that they provide here would seem a murder. No, now that the mutants have enlisted humans to make me confess, they are sick. I have no idea what you're talking about. Haja stares at you for a moment, if weighing the truth of your words. My apologies. I have been in this place too long. Now I'm leaping to a more conclusion on the basis of no evidence. So, she scans the crumbled rooms and surrounded her and contempt in her eyes. You want to ask me something? Can you tell me about Bleu? The mutant prince? I need to remember the mutant is both male and female. Swims in its disgusting stew of a tang, bathing in its own filth, and somehow it summons powers that keep the rest of the creatures in line. The said Bleu was a wizard. I don't believe them until the mutant impersoned me with its powers. What are you doing here? She sighs. These mutants have accused me of a crime. They tell me that I must confess to their imaginary horror before they will let me go. So here I sit, rotting away while they ask me to choose between the truth and my freedom. She rolls her shoulders and looks at you squarely in the eye. I choose to honor the truth. They have no laws and no souls. There can be no crimes against them. Ew. So you might be a crazy bitch that assumes mutants aren't people. The exit is over there. You could easily overpower the mutants. Why didn't you just leave? For a moment, her eyes threaten to tear, and then she steels herself. Prince Blah has cast a spell on me. Here, let me show you. She steps toward you, reaching a hand out to grasp at your shoulder. But before she can touch you, her fingers begin to bend as if they had encountered an invisible wall. You see? But in case you think a jest with you, she hurls herself at you. Shoulder first, and she rebounds dramatically, staggering backward. I'm confined to the space until I confess. Test it for yourself. Lift your hand and wave it through the air. You can even step close to her. You feel nothing. She takes your hand and says, "Now step back." You do at the exact same point where she rebound from the air. Her hand is torn from yours. They have to have their criminal. She says, "I suppose I fit their bill." Why have you been imprisoned? Because they require someone to blame for some death among their people, and they choose me. The scum looked for someone different from them. Now I happen to be nearby. She barks an unpleasant laugh. At this point, I am inclined to show them what kind of horrors I could have visited upon them. I will not confess to him. It's too great a risk. What is the sigil on your armor? She looks down, frowning, as though she had forgotten to she wore that such an emblem. This is a symbol of the Gelan Knights. The crossblades represent the ability to step beyond the laws of the nation in order to deal with true justice. We seek to reclaim the words of humanity's light. World of humanity's light. Whatever that means. Wait, can you tell me about the knights? Her face lights with passion. The symbol of our order represents our willingness to stop beyond the bounds of priority and advance the cause of humanity. She looks around the law. Those are for actual humanity, you know. She tosses her hair. If we must take her up the blade to mediate the out justice, we do not hesitate. We travel beyond Midgard, for the betterment of all, and those who oppose our mission soon to see the error of their ways. In the steadfast, the order of truth itself blesses us. Okay. I'm Knight Marshal in our organization. I have proved myself many times over, and I will continue to do so as long as I draw breath. She leans back, her eyes closing. Our hunger for justice brings a great physical hunger as well. One council. I recall that they brought us fresh water distilled from the Dewa Mountains and roasted it in spiced anine and exotic flaming cheeses. We do not ask anything of those we ate, but sometimes I have no idea. Lurgassi resembles me? Humbles me. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just not understanding the words they're using or it's a spelling error. Because there are quite a few spelling errors in this game. I'm just saying. Maybe they should go over it a couple hundred more times. Blah, 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 blah. Alligators against you. Want to talk about the alligators against you. News came that I poisoned them. Another of them died and they said that I was to blame. She frowns. That is all they are. Allegations. Blah has no right to imprison me. I don't want to say that. Persuasion. I don't think you're telling me the truth. Everything. You must have some reason to be suspicious of you. Get that bitch a 90. Success. She studies you carefully, weighing your words against some internal barometer. At last she says, "Yes, it's true that I poisoned their water. I would not enter Nihilus itself, but I had heard of the bastard offshoot of their clan. I wanted to slay one of the. I took the journey from the steadfast under sincere peril, and I brought death with me. They're not human. They are not. Surely I did not right by my people. This is the first time that I have tried something like this. I do not regret what I did. The mutant prince wishes to see me show remorse, but he will not have that satisfaction." Okay. So you did poison them.
Of course.
So you are in the wrong. Unless that guy is a complete asshole. Which is possible. Honestly, knowing this game, more than likely. Loot that. Chins and all that. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Who are you people? Wrong.
I'll remember that.
The sharp-faced young man reminds you of a great rodent, more prone to scampering you and sidling than running or walking. Shadows play across his face, distorting his features, and you are unable to get a clear glimpse of his face. Even so, or perhaps especially because of it, he seems to bear a noble resemblance to the young woman standing next to him. Their faces shifting and changing in near perfect timing. At your approach, he sniffles loudly and drools from some phlegmy spit across your path. He wipes his mouth with his back of his hand, and though you can't see his face, his tone conveys that sneer clear enough. What do you want? Poppin' J? Voice echoes eerily, a slight delay between the movements of his lips and the sound reaching your ears. I don't like the look of this one. Better get rid of him fast. Oh, these are the shadow people you met in the first area and we protected that lady. Who's the girl with you? Here? She's no one. I am wrong. That's who the girl with you is. I said she's no one. No need to be concerned about. She's my shadow and my hidden blade. You should take care. You don't stick you with her. What are you doing here? Looks at you incredulous. His voice is dripping with sarcasm and he implores, "We're enjoying the fresh air, taking in the ambience. We are living our lives to the fullest." He looks at the young woman next to him and she begins to titter. Laugh Denley. You're having a great time. Tell me about this place? It's a parade every day. Don't let the looks fool you. Little Nylash is all about the laughter. Maybe you could let the fluid out of the girl's tank. That's a prank that's never gets old. Make sure you do it while the guards are watching. Ha! I wish you'd actually try it. Alright, I don't like you. You're a douche. Let's talk to her. The slim girl is almost a mirror of the boy who stands next to her. They could be twins or clones or close to so close as a resemblance. You can see that her features are sharp, though the shadows play too quickly across her face to be sure anything else. She slumps almost imperceptibly inside the cloak of the darkness. As you open your mouth, her companion interrupts himself. Help. What? Why do you harm me so? I think she's the real one and he's the shadow. Tell me about her. Why do you keep asking about her? Danley is mine. She will stay mine until I say otherwise. I am the one who's interesting. I am the one who should care about. Why won't he let this go? This guy is pissing me off. Wrong's rage seems to have loosened his control over his companion. For you see a flash of blue skin beneath the shadows. Her mouth works frantically, as if she's trying to tell you something while her capture struggles with his fury. With an effort of his will, Wrong brings himself and her back under control again. Second bond you have with Dylan, remove it. He laughs. A shimmering peal of worthless joy that sounds like an ice-breaking glass ringing. She is mine. She'll go on my word, not yours. Oh, bleeding heart. Well, I can't do nothing about it. I don't have any much to strangle him with. Intimidation, I guess. 50. 50. Less. Maybe if I had more might. Come on. Ah, of course. If it's not 80 or above, you almost always lose. Did you learn to talk like that? Hero school? Maybe you shouldn't hear me when I said she was mine. Oh, I need to sleep so I can get my stats up so I can try. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back.
Now.
I do need to rest with these characters. My stats are terrible now. I have no might or speed. Don't want to strangle him. That seems kind of douchey, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
It is done.
Alright. Do. Running all the way back.
You and me.
Bounded items are a special type of equipment that inflicts penalties alongside powerful bonuses. Training concentration skill allows you to shrug off these penalties. Those penalties. I got a penalty you can shrug off. Alright.
Go.
Yeah, it looks about the same. Alright.
Yes.
I actually discovered some stuff about you. Sleep here. And 6 fish chance, eat these. Yeah, I'll be good. Direct you toward the empty tent. I'll bring you a meal shortly. It's not much, but it's food. Tonight. Awesome.
Now that's the stuff.
Well, whatever it is, she's liking it. Wonder what she thinks. Found blood and blood. But that's all. Exactly where they're hiding. Wouldn't wish to answer on them, but I do wish they could stop it. It's stopped somehow. Alright. I know how to stop them. It's basically tell them to go away. I mean, fix that mental bond. But we'll fix the mental bond next time. So until next time, remember, embrace the chaos so you'll go mad. Bye.